Congratulations on making it to the final lesson of the Beginner Ukulele Lessons series. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to strum and sing along to the song Happy Birthday. In a previous lesson, we learned how to play the melody, but this time we're going to strum and sing along so that we can do that the next time it's someone's birthday. We're going to learn 2 new chords as well as 3 new strumming patterns. The new chords are G and D. To play G, put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the C string, put your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and your 3rd finger goes on the 3rd fret of the E string. It makes an upside down triangle shape, and it should sound like this. Go through each string by itself, and if you hear any buzzing, make sure you're pressing down hard enough here. Next is the D chord. In order to play that, put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G, 2nd finger goes on the 2nd fret of the C, and your 3rd finger goes on the 2nd fret of the E. All 3 fingers are on the 2nd fret. The D chord should sound like this. Go through each string. And then, let's see if we can switch back and forth from G to D. In order to do that, starting from a G chord, you lift off fingers 1 and 2 and slide that 3rd finger to the 2nd fret and then add 1 and 2 where they go for the D chord. And then, to switch back, lift fingers 1 and 2, slide the 3rd finger down to the 3rd fret and then add 1 and 2 where they go for the G chord. Try to switch your fingers smoothly. This might take a long time, so be patient with yourself. I would recommend doing this for a while without strumming at all. Once you can do that, try strumming 1 time per chord like this. And once you can do that, try strumming a steady beat, switching chords every 4 beats. And then you can try some strumming patterns. But now, speaking of strumming patterns, we're going to learn 3 new strumming patterns, and these patterns are going to be in a meter of 3, or a time signature of 3. Another way of saying that is that the steady beat is grouped in 3s, where the first beat is strong and the second 2 beats are weak. So it should have a feel of strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak. So the first pattern is all down strums. So instead of thinking down, 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 all the same, think of it as down, 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 like this. And I'll use the G chord. And the second pattern is all down and up, but don't think of it as down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Think of it as down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Emphasize the first beat in any song, especially when it's in a meter of 3. And the third strumming pattern is probably going to be the most used in meter of 3 songs. And it goes down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. In all 3 of these patterns, you could also swing the strum, just like we talked about in the previous lesson. In fact, when we strum along with Happy Birthday, we will be swinging the strum. So instead of down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, it's going to feel like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So if at any time you need to pause and work on these things, feel free, go right on ahead before moving on. But if you're ready, let's go ahead and learn how to strum along with the song Happy Birthday. and we're going to be using strumming pattern number 3. I'm just going to go ahead and strum and sing through it, and then afterwards talk about a few things. So here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear so-and-so. Happy birthday to you. All right, so we already talked about how to switch from G to D. There's also a G to C switch. So to do that, starting from a G chord, lift fingers 1 and 2, and then simply move that third finger over to the next string. Same third fret, just over a string. And then to switch back, move that third finger over, and then put your 2 fingers back down. And do that over and over until you can switch from G to C nice and smoothly. Once you can do that, then we're going to go ahead and try a duet. So in order to play a duet, you'll need a friend or an a cappella app like I'm going to use. So I'm just going to show you the video of how to play a duet, and then we'll talk about it after that. So go ahead and watch this. So if you notice, the melody of Happy Birthday in that video was a little different than how I showed it to you a few lessons ago. And that's because it's in a different key. And this key matches the G, D, and C chords that we just learned in this lesson. So let me teach you how to play Happy Birthday, the melody in the key of G. Should sound like this. Ready, and... All right, I just threw that last part in there. You don't have to do that part. But let me show you a couple things that might make it easier for you to play the melody in the key of G. First, I barred my first finger across the 2nd fret. I'm holding these 3 strings down together by flattening my first finger down on the fretboard. And that's because I'm playing 2nd fret notes a lot. So this makes it easier because my first finger doesn't have to move very often at all. In fact, watch how little my first finger is moving. I haven't moved my first finger yet. Still haven't moved my first finger. Okay, I moved it there. And if you notice at the end, when I put my 2nd finger down on the 3rd fret of the E string, I kept it there until the end of the song. Anytime you can set up your fingers ahead of time, a lot of times that makes it easier to play. And hey, if you want to learn to play that last little bit, what I did is I put my first finger on the 2nd fret of the C string, and then I played the 4th fret, and then at the end I played the 4th fret and slid up to the 5th fret like this. I played it one time and then I slid and gave it a little vibrato. Also, this key of G for Happy Birthday fits perfectly with the recorder. So if you followed along with the beginner recorder lesson series, you can also play the song with the recorder. So in fact, let me just go ahead and do another video of the ukulele strumming along with the recorder playing the melody. Check it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed the beginner ukulele lesson series. I hope you learned a lot. And I'm going to, in the description, give you a printout of all the chords and all the strumming patterns that we've learned so that you can use it as a quick reference. We've learned pretty much most of the chords that you're going to come across when learning new ukulele songs. So as always, I'm Mr. Klotz reminding you to keep on making music.